Okay, relay races. Actually, there are 4 by 200 also, 4 by 800, 4 by 1,600. But the official ones being or included in the Olympic race or Olympic Games are these two, 4 by 100, 4 by 400. Special, parang special events or yes, special races na yung mga iba. We also have other races. We also have other leagues, no? Aside from Olympic Games kasi ang pinakamataas. Kaya ito muna yung basis natin, no? Dalawa lang muna. We will be having confusion if we were going to include every event in relay races or all events. These two are the main events. 4 by 100, 4 by 400 are for both for male and female. Like for example, aside from Olympic Games, we also have this one. International Athletic Association Federation League, World Championships, World Athletics, yung mga yun, no? So, yun. Next, Baton, I hope you know that one. This one is the implement or the equip or the implement being used to pass. Parang ano lang siya, short tubular object siya, circular. Just take note of this one, no? The yellow ones. There you go. And then let's proceed to the next one. The takeover zone shall be 20 meter long, and scratch line is the white line. Okay. The zone shall start and finish at the edges of the zone lines. So let us, ito rin, check mark, paki-check this. And then 4 by 100 members of a team other than the first athlete may commence running. Pero hindi ko na babasahin yung ito. These two lahat, no? Let's proceed to this one. Okay, so if you are looking at the picture, the takeover zone that we are talking about is this one, the yellow one. This is for lane 8, no? This from here, and then the scratch line. Okay, scratch line, ito yon. And then 10 meters plus 10 meters is equivalent to 20 meters. Yan yun. There is an updated in the 2018-2019 rules that they changed this one to 30 meters. But for now, let's just stick to this one because they are not applying it. Maybe they will apply the 30 meters, takeover zone, additional 10 meters. They will apply that one in 2022, this year, 2020 Tokyo, Japan Olympic Games. Pero hindi pa ng mga previous. Kaya ito na muna. Yan. For lane 7, this one. Ayan. And then for lane 6, from here, the baton should be already inside here, inside the takeover zone, up to this last yellow, okay, sign. But once the baton have exceeded, when you pass it here, it's not, it's disqualified. You will be disqualified. Your team will be disqualified. Okay, so the baton should be handed to the receiver, and the receiver will go out of the takeover zone, siya lang, no? And then carrying the baton, okay, running forward. There you go. By the way, as we all know, this is the first bend. This is the first bend, and then this is the first takeover zone. Okay, and yeah. So lane 1, ito yung lane 1, takeover zone. All right. Okay, as you can see, this is the blue one, acceleration. This is where the outgoing runner will position himself. So position niya dyan, and there is a line here, parang masking tape, white masking tape, no? Depends anywhere here, no? That depends on the training. Once the masking tape, no, that they have marked, once this masking tape is reached or was reached by the incoming runner, the passer, okay, pag na-reach na niya yan, it's a signal for the receiver here to start running. So that they would be running simultaneously, synchronized, for easier passing of baton inside the takeover zone. But they're not allowed to pass the baton before the takeover zone. Okay, if they pass that one, then it's disqualified. Okay, so yun yan. That's how we interpret this picture. Even this one, no? Dito, naka-position yung runner dito, yung receiver, at meron ding check mark. There's a check mark also here. Titingnan niya sa likod kung once the passer have reached the check mark here, it's time for him to run until they will be in a synchronized running position while passing the baton inside the takeover zone. Okay. All right. Next, we also have this one. The team member selection. Lead off. When we say lead off, the first runner. Okay, the best starter. Okay. On your mark, set, bang. Pagka ganun, kayang-kaya niyang mag-respond ka agad, and then mabilis ang start. That's how we do it. And then he runs the curve well because the first runner will start at the same at the finish line. Will start running at the first bend, and then first straightway, second runner or second leg. Good in running straight way. Okay? And of course, good passer and good receiver muna, and then good passer. The third leg is the third runner. Strong curve runner also. So this lead off and then third leg are the runners in the curve or in the bend. They are trained to run in the bend. Okay? The anchor is the best finisher. A lot of maybe let's say these three participants are not that, or these two are not that fast. The anchor is the fastest, actually the best finisher. Okay, who can overtake some other competitors, right? So we can see that one later, no? Or you can see that one in the video that I have edited. Right. If dropped the baton, no? If you drop the baton, it's not disqualified already. Okay? No. You can recover or pick that up, but the one who dropped it must be the one to pick that up. All right? Next is that this one. He may leave his lane to retrieve it. For example, yung baton, it was dropped and then out of your lane. So you may get that one. You may leave out of your from your lane and get that one, as long as you are not taking advantage, or you are not having a shortcut, no? Having a shortcut, ganun yan. The baton shall be passed within the takeover zone. Okay, we're done with that one. Next is this one. The passing of baton commences when it is first touched by receiving athlete. So that's when the athlete receives that one, together with your hand, that's the passing. Okay, it is completely passed if it is only in the hand of the receiving athlete. Okay, if it is in the hand of the receiving athlete only, then that's the time the athlete can only get out of the takeover zone. He cannot get out, or she cannot get out without the baton, or with the baton together with the hand of the passer. Yun. Okay, so mag-isa lang niya dapat na lumabas doon together with the baton, no? Not with the passer. It is only the position of the baton which is decisive. That means the baton should be inside the takeover zone. Should be inside the takeover zone, okay? So the baton should be inside the takeover zone. For example, the passer is outside the takeover zone, but his hand extending inside it and the baton is inside, he passed that one, that's still okay. So it's not the body of the athlete, it's the baton. Okay? It's not necessarily that you enter, but it is better. It is better for assurance that you will not be disqualified. But most importantly, the baton is the most important part. The complete part of the baton should be inside the takeover zone. Okay? Where are we now? Ayun, additionally, tama ba? Okay. Yes. Passing of the baton outside the takeover zone shall result in disqualification. Okay na yan. Additionally, athletes before receiving and or after handing over the baton, yung athlete na nagbigay ng baton, the athlete who handed off the baton, no, shall remain in that lane and not allowed to go out immediately, because there might be other runners who are still running and he or she might obstruct that one. So if the passer have stayed in his lane after passing the baton, he must look at it, or she must look at it, that there are no runners running in other lanes before leaving. Because once you leave immediately and you obstructed or you blocked other runners running still or passing, then that is a sign or consideration for disqualification. Okay? So if during the race an athlete takes or picks up the baton of another team, okay, his team shall be disqualified. The team should not be penalized unless an advantage is gained. For example, my team have picked up the baton of other teams, then my team will be disqualified. And the other teams affected will not be disqualified. Okay, they might run in another round. They will be given a chance. Okay, but we will be disqualified once we pick up the baton of other competitors. Okay. So we have two events, 4x100, 4x100, 4x400. In 4x100, each athlete shall run 100 meters before passing the baton in the takeover zone. Okay, so 100 meters each athlete. All in all, 400 meters total distance for 4 athletes. Okay. The second one, the 4x100 race shall be run entirely in lanes, meaning each athlete in a relay team shall run only in their designated lane. Let's go back to the picture. Okay. No. I'll share another one. Okay, this one. Ayan. Okay, so this is the starting line of 4x100, and it's the same with the starting line of 4x400, this part. It's the same with the finish line in lane 1. Okay, so lane 1, is that lane, so, ito. Lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, lane 4, lane 5, lane 6, lane 7. Okay, so lane 2 for example, o lane 3, ito na lang. Lane 3 tayo. Lane 3, first runner will run the whole lane 3, 100 meters na yan. Lane 3 up to, okay, up to this part. Once he reaches this one, no. Once he reaches a check mark here, check mark tawag doon, no? The masking tape na nilagay niya dito, they practice that one, no? It is a signal for this runner to run, enter the takeover zone, okay? Enter the takeover zone and pass the baton together with the passer, yan. Okay? So that's how they do it. So they should run in lane 3. The receiver going out will run lane 3 straightway all throughout, not allowed to transfer. And then pass dito na naman. Third runner, second pass na to. Third runner, second takeover zone. Lane 3 na naman, up to here, and then lane 3, takeover zone, the yellow ones, okay? And then fourth runner, nandito siya, or the anchor na tinatawag natin, no? Papasok na sila ganyan, they will enter the takeover zone, pass the baton, and the best finisher, the anchor, will finish the race, crossing the finish line, carrying the baton. That's 4x100, so entirely all in one lane, or in lane 3 now, okay? So let's proceed to the next one. Okay. In 4x400 naman, each athlete shall run 400 meters. 400 meters, one lap yon bago i-pass, before passing the baton. I will not discuss this one anymore. You just read that one. Let's go to the, let's go to the oval again. Okay. Ayan. So lane 3, first runner ulit, 400 meter or 4 by 400. So first runner carrying the baton will run the lane 3 all throughout. Lane 3 not allowed to transfer to other lanes. And then upon reaching this section or this part, this area, the receiver are situated here, no? On somewhere here, etong blue na to pala. Ito yung takeover zone ng 4x400. Yung blue na yan hanggang doon. Okay, let me maximize it. Okay. So this one, here up to this part is the takeover zone for 4x400. Okay, the start of 4x400. Yan. So that means, andito yung runner naman. Okay, so the runner, the receiver will be positioned here, the second runner, and then the first runner, the lead-off, is running, lane 3 now running, and then pass the baton from here up to this section, okay, this blue, okay, within that one. And then after that one, the second runner will now carry the baton, going out, and running the whole curve, lane 3, the whole curve, lane 3, up to where? Lane 3 up to this green or red nakaganyan, no, cone for example yan, no, up to here. And then once they reach, or all runners now have reached this one, this green, this break line, they are now allowed to transfer to inner lane carrying the baton. And then no more lanes followed. Okay, lahat na sila kahit saan na, everywhere na. So they're running, the second runner after exiting, no, they may run in the inner lanes all together, and then upon reaching the last part of the oval, okay, the third runners or the fourth runners are situated here. They will be assigned to lane 1, 2, 3, 4 depending on the arrangement of the incoming runners or the passers. For example, USA is situated in lane 2, running. And then Brazil is the first one running in lane 1. So that means the Brazil third runner or fourth runner will be assigned here by the official. Kasi dun siya. Siya yung nauna. Brazil is the one running first or leading. So they will be assigned here. The receiver will be assigned here. For example, USA second siya. Nandito siya sa second lane or dito sa first lane pa rin. It's okay, but the Brazil third runner or fourth runner will be positioned here, and then next is USA, ganun yun, and the next depending on the arrangement of the incoming runners. So that's how they do it. Upon receiving dito, no, from here 10 meters na lang yun. From here, third runners, fourth runners, 10 meters na lang yun. From here up to 10 meters na lang lahat sila dito, no. Ito 10 meters din to. Yan. Okay. From here, they will pass the baton for third and fourth runner, not following any lanes. Ayan, tatakboy na yan. Third runner and then fourth runner run up to the finish line. That's how they do 4x400. Okay, 4x400. I hope that's clear enough. Sana. All right. Let's go back to the slide. I still have 5 minutes. Slide. There you go. So that's 4x400. That is the explanation of this part. Okay, as you can see, no? And 4x400. The second runners, dyan sila. First runners, ito following lanes pa kasi first runner and second runners pa yung mga yan, no? Going to the this second runners after receiving the baton will now run the first bend and exit na dito. Ayan, red dito. In the diagram, green yung pinakita ko kanina sa oval, no? Pero dito, red yung ano nilagay yan, no? Cone yata yan, cone. After exiting, pwede na silang pumunta rito. They may now transfer to inner lanes. And then the third or fourth runners, this is explanation class. It's not staggered anymore while waiting. This is almost straight line na, no? Like for example, third and fourth runners are this one. Incoming runners passing the baton, these two and the other one here. So since nauna to, his teammate will be assigned by the official in lane 1. And then the next one is, ito, siya yun, passer, receiver. Okay? Passer, ay, ito. Okay, receiver. So that's how they will be assigned. Okay. So that's 4x400. In 4x100, diretso lang yan, no? There's no rule like this one. There are two types of passing the baton. We are down to the second to the last slide. Types of baton passing, ito, visual pass, you are looking at the baton or looking behind. So that is mostly done in 4x400 as you can see. Okay. In 4x100, kasi nga, it's a sprinting action. You must run as fast as you can. That's why you have to apply the non-visual pass. Mostly done in 4x100, okay? Take note, it's more difficult to perform 4x100. Yes, you can see it's the way he passes the baton is not directly on the hand of the receiver, no? So that's how difficult it is in doing the non-visual pass. And if you have companions at home, perhaps in the application in Module 8, I have instructed you to at least have fun practicing the non-visual and the visual pass, okay? And, okay, so do you have questions, class?